Let's get to the 3 new felony charges former President Trump is now facing. It stems from that search of Mar-A-Lago, where prosecutors accuse Mr. Trump of mishandling those classified documents.
And now prosecutors say that President Trump told 2 workers to delete security camera footage after a court asked for it. A new charge about a military activity in a foreign country was also uncovered in court filings. The revelation comes as a separate indictment hangs in the balance here. And this morning, Tom Dempsey is outside the courthouse where that grand jury is meeting to catch us up on all of these latest developments. Hey, Tom.
Hey, good morning, Marky. Yeah, this morning, 60 pages of new court filings lay out these new charges against former President Donald Trump, with all these new charges connected to that classified documents case at Mar-A-Lago. With these new charges and accusations against the former President Donald Trump now faces 40 federal counts in the classified documents case, with an additional charge added for Mr. Trump allegedly holding on to a top secret document. According to investigators, both a property manager named Carlos de Oliveira and a person described as Trump's body man snuck around Mar-A-Lago, scoping out security cameras and footage that one said the boss wanted deleted. Investigators accused de Oliveira and Trump's aide Walter Nauta of organizing their plans secretly and at times even walking through tunnels and the bushes near the office where the security footage was kept. The court documents also go on to describe former President Trump holding on to a top document dealing with a presentation about military activity in a foreign country. In response to these new charges, Mr. Trump's team described the new developments as a desperate attempt by the Biden family and the Department of Justice to harass him, writing in part, "Deranged Jack Smith knows that they have no case and is casting about for any way to salvage their illegal witch hunt and to get someone other than Donald Trump to run against crooked Joe Biden." This all comes as a possible indictment looms against Mr. Trump in the federal case dealing with his alleged efforts to overturn the 2020 election results for his role in the January 6th riot. Mr. Trump recently received a letter informing him he is a target of the investigation. We also know that on Thursday, his lawyers met with members of the special counsel to talk about this case. But even with these new counts in the classified documents case, the actual trial itself still remains on schedule and will be held in May of next year. Guys.
All right. Thank you very much, Tom. And a lot of people talking about whether or not that's going to bolster the case against the president or the former president.
Thank you for watching. Go to newsnationnow.com to find NewsNation on your television provider. And don't forget to click the red subscribe button below to get more of NewsNation's fact-driven, unbiased coverage.